Tonight on Overtaking Lane, we'll be taking you on a journey.
A journey through the car news, our experiences of the week.
Just close your eyes and be in the moment of electric vehicles.
And Hyundais.
Just imagine the electric car taking off the lights.
What the? Where's the ripping the music sound effect, Tyler? Oh, here we are. Did we get you going there for a minute, hey? What's going on? Here we are. No, it is not. There is no change. It's just a normal bloody week. Here we are again with some car news. Overtaking Lane coming at you live. We're both back here on the couch. And, yeah, we're just being, I don't know, stupid. Having fun.
Yeah, we found that song. I found that song and thought that was like...
Tyler
like
did it for a joke before, and I said, yes, do that. Let's do it.
It's like one of those things when you're on the school camp and they start, you're like, gotta go to the meditation on the camp.
We hope we relaxed you and got you into it. Well, have we got anyone here? Was there anyone here? Did anyone experience that start? Hopefully they did. Hopefully there was somebody here.
If they didn't, those that are on the podcast are going to experience it.
Yeah, they will. They will, definitely. Make sure you go
all
back.
Those on the podcast.
Have a listen to that. That was a funny start. Something different. We'll have to change it up for next week and see what we can come up with.
Yep,
No
we'll
challenge.
work it out.
But let's do some g'days, mate. Let's say hello to some
G'day,
people
Roy.
in the chat.
Roy says, "Oh my God, you guys are on the wrong side again." My OCD going crazy.
Switch it up.
Bly Jerasamu. Hopefully
G'day,
I didn't
Bly.
butcher your name. G'day. How you going? Terry Hankins. G'day. Scotty S. James Bayless. Chris Young. Carnage. Burnout Car. Mad Cow Mark. Matty Crick. Trevor Smith. Jason Tompkins. Paige is in the chat. Nan's in the chat. G'day. Huggy. Keep scrolling up. Johnny Skid Pig. G'day. How you going? Doing well, Bly. Thank you. Brendan South. Sister Bluebird. G'day.
G'day. Worked it out.
All right, I think
You think
caught
you've caught up?
Mick Apps, g'day Mick.
G'day, Mick.
Paul Johns, g'day.
G'day, Paul.
Dingus as well, how you going?
All right. Well,
Reaper Lux,
relax. G'day, mate.
welcome in.
This is Mick Apps. Yeah, is in the chat. Make sure you get on over and follow Addictive Events because there's big announcements coming out. Big announcements. Lots happening this year.
There is.
Over there. Lots happening.
Yep.
So, yeah, wait and see. You'll just have to wait. You'll have to get over there and like the page, Addictive Events, and follow that so you can see what's going on.
Yep.
We'll tell you here, but you'll get to know first if you get over there and check that out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Michael
if you're not on
Truscott,
that, get on
g'day. Needs more cowbell.
More cowbell, definitely.
Yeah, no, yeah. G'day.
G'day,
Shane
mate.
Sermon.
Shane.
Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, no, yeah. Our condolences for the pup.
There's so many people have lost their best friends this year, or in the last 6 months, I should say. So,
Yeah.
I just keep seeing it on my Facebook feed and stuff. Yeah, all my friends. Yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. It comes up so much, but yeah, there's Mal Dad's Garage. Maybe he shouldn't be too far away. I don't know how did he hit 1,000 in the last week, Tyler?
I'm not sure.
Can we have a look and see whether Dad's Garage... Could have picked up my phone, I guess, too. Didn't think of that. I just thought you had a computer in front of you.
It's just faster to go on here.
Did he hit his...
Sorry, wrong dads.
Not with an S?
There we go. 971, nearly.
Oh.
29. If
29.
If you're not already over there and subscribed to Dad's with a Z.
Dad's with a Z. Dad's Garage with a Z.
Then jump over there and hit subscribe.
Help him out.
Because he's not too far off, 29 off of 1,000 subs over there. So make sure you go and hit subscribe.
Yeah, like many of you have probably already subscribed, but some of you might not be. So do him a good one and get over there and help him out.
G'day, Beck. Hope settling into the new place very well.
Yeah. So no, Brad. Yeah, we'll have to catch up. See you guys soon. See how he's going out there. Anyways, what's been happening, mate? You're back on the couch.
Yep. I've just been at home.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you did come out a little bit earlier and give me a hand. You got here what? 5:05. What time did you get here?
Oh, around 5 o'clock, I think.
Yeah. So came out and gave us a bit of a hand. We got some new equipment into the print shop.
Certainly did. You got a new printer? Not printer, laminator.
Yeah. So
Weighed 200 kilos.
we didn't capture all of the ring busting effort to try and get it in the door and carry it through. It was pretty difficult, wasn't it?
Mm.
But if you're interested in any of that print stuff, we're not going to show that on Overtaking Lane. But
Stygian, g'day, Stygian Saint.
G'day.
And UFO, how you going?
So we won't fill you with that on Overtaking Lane. We will mention Right Lane Print and Media plenty of times, because that is sort of the parent company of Overtaking Lane now. So, if you want to see what happens in the print shop, we're actually going to start doing some videos on that, and you got to get over and find my channel.
Yeah.
What is that?
Dave Hamilton.
Dave Hamilton.
Yeah.
And it'll have a picture of Right Lane Print and Media. I might just change the name to Right Lane Print and Media.
See what happens.
Yeah. You get to see my diet videos that I've done previously. We're just going to use the same channel.
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested in that stuff. But other than that, the car stuff stays here. Print stuff over there.
Yeah.
Mind you, we print a lot of car stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of the stuff we print's car related. So, doing different pictures of drawings of cars and prints of cars. Did a really good one. You didn't get to see it. We might get that framed later. And there's another really good one of one from out at the drag strip. You might have saw a bit of it.
Yeah.
I think before. So, anyway, back to Overtaking Lane. I was sidetracking, as I do.
Roy says Beck should race Sally. I think Paige will be racing Mum this year.
Yeah.
Road trip.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier, actually.
Yeah.
So Mick, there you go. The two entrants so far this year is Paige.
Dingus, your legend.
And that is
Remember
Paige.
for 3 months.
Hey, that was the noise of Paige on the start line in the skyline there, Tyler. I could hear it.
Yeah, maybe if I get the launch control actually
Oh, yeah,
sorted.
Dingus. It's just the usual tonight, Mick. A few of those fish.
Is that the beer from up here?
Yeah, that'll
Slogan,
work.
isn't it, I think?
I don't know. But what was I saying? Yeah. So Sally and Paige are the races at the next road trip.
Yeah.
Which
we haven't decided what we're going to do yet.
probably just working, mate.
Probably.
We got to race last time because you had Paige running the live stream.
Yeah.
If Paige is racing, it leaves you running the live stream, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll feel bad if I go race and leave you to do it all. You'll I'll never hear the end of it. So
you get a couple of shit boxes and
I'll have to help you. Or you reckon a couple of crappers and $500 budget for racing.
Mm-hmm. We could just do that and race each other. See who gets fast, who bought the better bargain.
Yeah. That could work. So that's
you never know.
Autumn edition.
You might win the dial your own if you don't red light.
It's not that far away.
Crap box. Yeah, it's not.
It's not far away.
No,
it
is in May.
Not far away. So, but yeah, heaps more. So Matt Crick says new plotter. Well, that's an upcoming one. It's another upcoming video. We're working on that one. So, what's the other comments there?
Scotty S says,
Without
at Dave,
address.
I still don't have a photo of the Audi. It's filthy because of the rain and the trip to Queensland. Thanks again. Shane Sermon says the bludger is a special for manual class.
Yeah, we'll see how you go.
Yeah.
Hey, it should be all lined up.
Mick says, what happens if Paige beats your time, Tyler? Then I'll just have to get back in the car.
Maybe we'd put something on that. So, yeah, Scott. Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear you said Audi. Scotty. Yes, you are meant to send me a picture of the Audi.
If she does, I'll be happy because then she's getting closer to going faster than you.
We might have to have side bets. Hey?
Yeah.
There'll be some side bets coming. We'll see where we go. We do have some card news.
Cheers, Bly. Thank you.
Guys. What did I miss?
Appreciate that. It says love your videos.
Thanks, Bly. Thank you, mate. I think if anyone hasn't seen this week's video, what the?
Wow. It's simple. $100.
Wow.
Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Wow.
Keep up the great work, fellas. Love the episodes. $100. Thank you.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. And another member there, 10 months, Carnage. Thank you.
Thanks,
E85
mate.
in Carnage tomorrow.
Oh, that's impressive. Shit, that's amazing.
Keep up the great work, fellas. Love the episodes.
Thank you. Really
Thanks, mate.
appreciate that. It's massive.
So this week's video, if you haven't seen this week's video from Tuesday night, it was like a mashup of all the good bits of racing from the last couple of years.
Oh, there's some bad bits in there, like unfortunate accidents.
Good viewing bits.
Yeah.
It's not good for everybody.
Unfortunate accidents, wheel stands, massive power skids, some of the demos from things like Fridays. And like I thought that demo was pretty cool, the cars coming up side by side together.
Yep.
So
It definitely. I thought that was a really good video. It was tough. We didn't have
g'day,
something
Cornfed
on last
Dane. How you
weekend.
going?
G'day, mate. No, Dane. We didn't have something on last weekend, and we were sort of trying to piece something together, and it would have been crap. And I said, we talked about it a while ago doing the highlights.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just thought, why don't I go back through and see what I can find.
And I think it was awesome. I actually, obviously, I've been there for all of that, and I've watched it all. I've seen it all. I've filmed a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yet I put it on, and I was working in the print shop, and I hadn't seen it. You edited it up, put it up, and it must have been 7, 8 o'clock. I whacked it on the TV in the print shop, and then just stood there watching it the whole way through. So it was good. I thought it was really good. I think. And I said to you before,
Cheers,
I don't know, it deserves, like, you see so many videos of highlights reels of that sort of stuff, right? Like of all the bits and pieces. Like there's heaps of that sort of stuff on YouTube, and they get lots and lots of views. So, like, I think that's worthy of a lot of views. You know, it's got like 400 views, but I think it actually is worthy of a lot of views. And I think people just got to realise what that video is. And other people that, I don't know, you guys that are always here supporting us, but others might actually click on that and find us, and if they see that, because it's an amazing video.
Bly's got a HQ. Have you been down to the HQ run, the Holden HQ run? That's a massive event. Definitely one to check out if you've got a HQ. They get like 200 HQs for that.
Yeah, definitely. So, what was the comment? Sorry, I missed that about the HQs.
Bly has a HQ.
Oh, Bly's got a HQ. Yeah. Okay, sweet. There's a couple of good HQ videos on there. If you unless you were at the HQ run, might have been how you found us too. So, and what else we got there?
Trev says, I can still see Ben Vlecken coming at me.
Yeah, I think it was Sally commented, Trev, and said that you stood your ground for that one.
He did. He didn't move at all. He kept it going.
Sally was impressed. She said, Trev just stood there. Dave was running, but Trev, you stood there. You knew you were safe.
Scotty S is washing it tomorrow, so we'll deliver on that promise. We'll do one better. We'll have to catch up and go for a spin.
Mate, for sure.
Psyop Gypsy says, don't know if anybody cares, but a few weeks back I mentioned Glenn Everett and his project Warhorse 71 XYHO race trim. I chased him up and that project was sold on, but mentioned a sister car. He daily drives it.
Ah, There you go.
Stygian says YouTube algorithm. Says Wheelie Vid was epic. That one at 4 mins. Holy. I'll have to watch it
I have
back.
to see which one was at
Which
4
one that
minutes
was.
now. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm still blown away by that donation before. I'm glad you didn't throw out your other idea.
Yet.
You're saving that one?
Yes. Johnny Skid Picks is better than a HJ.
Yeah.
No worries, UFO. Dingus says, I bought a KU55 off a copper way back. It was so rusty you could see the right frame rail twist when you turned the wheel.
Oh. Bit dangerous.
It's definitely a good event to get to, Bly. It's massive.
Yeah.
HQ run.
Yeah, and great guys that organise it. They do it for charity. They do a different charity every year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really awesome. Did it for Team FMR last year.
Yeah.
And Team FMR we do lots with. Obviously, I also work for Finance My Ride.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really involved with Team FMR. That's a completely separate thing. But obviously, it's Salty is who runs Finance My Ride.
Yeah.
So there is some involvement there in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
And
he wanted to start Team FMR to give back because that's sort of how it helped him along. He's got a really good story there that we definitely have to capture one day.
And then he did the Maloo giveaway, and James snavelled that one up.
Adam.
Adam James wishes he snavelled that one up. Adam got it. Adam Geary got that.
Goran's Cortina is a weapon. That Kenda, I think, nearly every run that he did was a wheel stand.
Yeah, it was like, I think at first it was like, did he put that video in again? And it's like, no, because Goran did do that many wheel stands that day.
Darren Davidson, g'day, how you going?
So, and hopefully someone wins.
Oh, the yellow LJ Tirana. Yep, that one. That there's a photo of that with actually all 4 wheels off the ground.
Yeah, that was massive. It launched. So. Oh, thanks, Johnny. Still a Holden, mate. They're still good. It'll go good soon. We'll just once Mark's got that transmission sorted for us, and we'll get that in and go from there. So we do have some car news and stuff. Tyler's been scouring the internet for ages trying to find stories for this week. Tyler,
Yeah, it's insane.
at least 10 minutes before the show, he went through and scoured the internet, found some stories. So we I've seen this before, Tyler.
Yes.
So here's the first one.
And we've talked about this being for sale
Yes.
in the past.
Is it for sale again?
It is for sale again.
So this is Grandpa's from the Munsters.
The Dragula. Oh, no, update. It's been sold. There you go.
There.
So this is the update because I read that it was for sale, but the update's actually that it's been sold. It took that long.
Yep.
Because we talked about this back in October
There you go.
last year. And there you go. It sold at auction for 660,000 Australian dollars.
Now, I think, how did the episode go? It was something to do with, they weren't meant to race this because they got the hearse, and they were going to race the hearse in the Munsters episode, and I don't know, did it break or something? Does it tell you there? And then then Grandpa
coach,
came out with this.
a customised 1926 Model T Ford hot rod hearse. Until that is, Herman lost it in a race.
There you go. And he had to get this to win it back.
The Dragula coffin dragster.
Racing for pink slips. Hey?
Yep.
That's what happened.
There you go. It sold 660,000 Australian dollars. If you had that sort of coin, would you pay it for that?
No.
No,
Could I race that at
road trip?
I'm very fussy with what I would spend my money on my cars. Like, and I know you go, oh yeah, Dave, you've got a VE and a HJ, whatever. But it's not. That's just because that's what I could afford and that's what I had and what I've built. But if to go out and buy something, I can spend my hard-earned cash out and just go, right, I'm going to buy, a nice, tough street machine, whatever.
Yeah.
I really struggle with what I'd get. Like I even looked at a really nice Monaro the other day, 383. You know, and it's nice, and I love them, and it's a beautiful car, and I just went, 140 grand on that. I don't know. Like, it's worth it every day of the week. I'm not saying it's not worth it. Every day of the week, it was definitely worth that. I just didn't know whether I would spend that on that, because maybe it's just not quick enough. It's not the sort of car that I would probably like to have something to race and do stuff as well. I don't know. I'm just sort of lost. I look at things all the time, and I'm not that I was going to buy a $140,000 Monaro or anything like that, but it was just the way my brain was ticking. As I look at things all the time to buy.
No worries, Carnage.
I spend all my spare time on Marketplace.
Yeah, as I know. I get listings all the time.
You just give me sending you stuff. What about this? What about this? It'd be cool. It was a great looking C10. I didn't mind that, actually.
It was $55K.
That wasn't bad coin for what that was. I thought that was a pretty impressive one.
I mean, prices have gone up in my area. Maybe I can get one now.
Yeah. That's true. There was Mavo. We shared it with Mavo. I might have sent it to you as well. The blown rotary Gemini wagon. I was impressed by that. That could be. But
James,
probably not the fastest thing.
James, while we're on movie cars, James says, did anyone see that the original Batmobile sold for $4.3 million?
No, but I saw something on TV about the original Batmobile last night, but I don't think it was the original. I think it was a replica, and I didn't watch the show. There was a show on whatever that channel is. It has all the car shows on. 96 or whatever it is. You know the one?
I have no idea. I don't watch much TV.
Oh, on the car shows late at night.
I just watch YouTube.
Yeah,
that's where I get all my car shows.
A few there too.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah, but there was something on there. No, there was two movie cars. There was the Bat and something else. I don't remember. And then I did watch Beverly Hills Cop. That movies were on the other night, and I was watching that, and I noticed that one part he pulls out of a driveway, and here parked on the side of the road, a DeLorean. It was a DeLorean. So, and I thought, that movie was from the 80s, so I guess there was a few of them getting around then. Got another comment, or are you trying to move into a story there?
Moving into the next story. While we're on the topic of movie cars, let me actually get to the slide I wanted. This one might be maybe the one you were talking about. This is the Porsche 964 Turbo 3.6 from Bad Boys.
No, that is not what I was talking about. And if you said to me, do you remember the car in Bad Boys, I could not have told you what it was.
There we go. Can they see that? There we go. Now the slide should be right.
I could not have told you what it was if you hadn't have shown me that beforehand. Yeah. Not that I haven't seen the movie. Seen the movie. It was some time ago. But I would not have remembered that. It didn't stand out. Mike Lowry.
Yeah.
Mike Lowry.
Yeah, so this was up at Meekum Auctions. Mike Lowry's 964 Turbo 3.6. They estimated it at a staggering $1.5 to $1.7 million.
Really?
US. Which equates to roughly 2 to 2.3 million. That's what they reckon it was going to go for. And it sold.
Yeah, right.
Sold for
$1.4
million.
On the money.
US. Which is almost exactly 2 million Australian.
Is that what they said it was worth? No?
1.5. So they were pretty close.
They weren't too far off.
No.
And he originally got it for 105 grand.
Yeah.
He bought it. Did he buy it after that? What?
Not sure.
Where did he get it for the 105?
With the screen used.
Or were they saying it was bought for 105 for the movie?
Maybe it was bought for 105 for the movie. Crazy though. I'm sure if you had a 1994 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.6 964 series, you probably aren't selling it for that much money. Because it's not been in Bad Boys.
No. I don't.
MGB Chuck, g'day. How you going?
I didn't realise it was that big of.
Reaper Lux says 7, mate.
Is that what it is? I thought it was a 9. Was it 7, mate?
In the AC Cobra.
Maybe it is.
Is that the one you're thinking of? AC Cobra?
In that movie?
This movie?
No, I can't think of any cars in the movie.
Okay.
I don't remember the movie that well. Just remember them saying Mike Lowry a lot. It's the only bit I remember.
Massive, though. Massive dollars.
So, there you go.
Well, an even rarer right-hand drive turbo 3.6, which there was only 159 made, sold locally for around $1 million late last year. So, which is technically a rarer one because it's not left-hand drive.
Yeah, okay.
It was a rarer model. It just wasn't in the movie, so it didn't go for as much money.
Yeah, that's insane. All right. I don't see the value there. I didn't realise it was that great of a movie. It wasn't bad. Maybe I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not that memorable.
What about your favourite car company?
I don't. Is that sarcasm? I don't have a problem with Tesla.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Well, road safety experts are dumbfounded by Tesla's new Assertive mode, which is part of the latest autonomous driving update on certain models sold in the United States.
So this is to do with it now comes with road rage as standard.
Yes. According to information on the Tesla display screen, Assertive mode will deliver a smaller following distance, perform more frequent speed lane changes, will not exit passing lanes, and may perform rolling stops.
Well, it's going to brake check people.
Yeah. All of the above actions are illegal in Australia and not keep a safe distance from the car in front, unsafe lane change, hog overtaking lanes, and not stop at a stop sign. Oh, there you go. So that the rolling stops is it's not going to actually stop at a stop sign.
Oh, okay. Perform rolling. So I thought it was like you're rolling along, someone's following you, and it's going to stop, and give the brakes a jab because that guy's following a bit close
Bit
behind.
too close.
Yeah. I thought it was brake checking.
The fines for the above offences attract hefty penalties. For example, in New South Wales, a fine for not stopping at a stop sign is $349 and 3 demerit points. In Queensland, the penalty is $413 and 3 demerit points, and in Victoria, it's $330 and 3 demerit points. Following a vehicle too closely is $321 and 1 point in Queensland. Unsafe lane changes attract penalties of between $250 and $350 and 2 demerit points in most Australian states. And hogging the overtaking lane also amounts to a fine in Australia. So don't hog us.
Don't hog the overtaking lane.
Yeah.
Share it.
Share us around.
MGB
Mick says,
today,
will the 33
California.
have a glide in it by May? Probably not, just due to monetary constraints.
No money for that.
Yeah.
Tyler has a limited car fund.
I wish, but probably not. So continuing on, assertive driving mode was introduced in October of 2021 on certain Tesla cars in the US equipped with a high level of autonomous driving technology. The feature was removed a couple of days later amid concerns some cars were making illegal and unsafe turns at intersections. However, the various autonomous driving modes Chill, Average and Assertive have since reappeared in the menu options.
I love it.
Tesla's assertive driving mode initially received media attention in the US after a post on Twitter by David Zipper, a visiting fellow at Harvard Kennedy School, who specializes in future cities, technologies, and mobility. He says, I guess road rage mode didn't fit on the screen.
I told you. I like it.
Well, they don't offer fully autonomous driving modes in Australia or the assertive mode that's caused a stir in the US. Local road safety advocates are concerned about what's around the corner from the company that courts controversy. Russell White, the head of Australian Road Safety Foundation, who has worked in advanced driver education for 30 years, told Drive, the whole point of autonomous driving technology is to reduce risk, but having a mode like this is asking for trouble. Mr. White said it made as much sense as adding jet fighter mode to a Boeing 747 aircraft.
Well, that's a good idea.
I honestly can't make sense of the need for this mode. I don't understand what they're trying to achieve. Breaking road rules is a very serious concern. Removing the safety buffer and the safe following distances that we have spent decades educating motorists to adopt is just madness.
I like it. think it's funny.
Paul John says, why don't you get a T-shirt made up, support me and my Skyline?
He's got 2 Skyline shirts.
I
He
do.
doesn't need another Skyline shirt, Paul.
Oh, I need another Skyline shirt. Why not? The more the merrier.
Actually, have you got one of each of the Skyline shirts?
I do.
I actually don't think I got either of them.
Wow.
I may not have a HJ shirt either. But got a Jack Stan Jimmy shirt.
Matty Crick says, Buff Southback Adventures 4x4. Give him a watch and a subscribe. Check it out.
Get on it. Yeah. Was that the end of that story with Tesla?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'd own a Tesla. I'd like to drive a Tesla.
I'd like to drive a Tesla. I'd like to even just go for a cruise in one.
We can.
Yes.
We know someone now that has one who said, anytime, boys, anytime.
Yep.
Come on down. Remember?
Yes, I do remember. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Is that at Coralbin? Racing it out there?
Yep.
So,
Mick App says, here is some news. First driver in the States has now been charged with manslaughter after his Tesla crashed whilst running in driverless mode, killing someone in the car he hit.
Oh, and he's responsible.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm not surprised because technically you are still responsible even though it's in driverless mode, right? Until there's technical level 5 autonomy. But even then, you're still technically at fault, right?
I'm sure in the States he can sue Tesla.
Probably.
Surely.
Probably.
The victims can also sue Tesla as well. Some sort of civil case.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something's going to come out of that.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So
Matty Crick says, did you ever fix the leaky trans in the HJ? There is a fix in the process.
Oh, who was that? Matt Crick.
Matty Crick.
Yeah, so right now, no. Right? No, it's just been it's been moved. It's at my mum's place at the moment. And because we had to get it out of the other place because the old OTL HQ is gone. We got on to Shane Sermon, who's in the chat, and he sold it.
Yep.
Yeah. He took it to market for us because he is an agent if you're looking to sell. Talk to Shane.
Yeah.
And he took it to market and it sold in 4 hours.
Yep.
So but we've just been waiting for it to settle. So it's all settled, done, it's gone. It was a good place. I miss it. Good place. So but got the car
See
out
you,
of
Mick.
there.
Thanks for dropping in.
See you, Mick. It's
James Bayless
got to
says,
build the new one here now.
James Bayless says, for just a small sum of $10 a month, you too can help people like Tyler get a power glide and be able to race with the rest of his friends.
There you go. But yeah, there's a plan in the works on the HJ, and so Mark is building me a
Turbo 400.
well, my brain just stopped working there for a minute. But he's building me a Turbo 400 for it, and that's probably not too far away. Spoke to him just the other week. He had 2 to do before mine, but he was on it. So.
Shane Sermon says, can you be assertive in a turtleneck?
So true. No worries, Shane. Thanks. And
Exactly, MGB. That's sort of like the ultimate. Driverless driving won't work until all cars are driverless. Because then they can communicate to each other.
Yeah. And it was funny.
G'day, Paul Simons and daughter Zoe.
G'day, Zoe. It was quite funny. Shane did the marketing video for the house when we sold it, and at the end of it, he said, "Stay in the right lane."
Yeah.
My name's Shane. Stay in the right lane.
Yeah.
There was a few people got that, so that was classic.
Dingus says, wonder if any outlaws in the 1800s ever lined up 1,000 horses on a wagon.
How much power they could get. 1,000 horsepower. Not sure it would have worked quite the same.
Well, actually, I think if you Google it, a horse has actually 14.9 horsepower.
That makes no sense, does it? But does it depend on the type of horse?
Mate, probably.
So there you go. So a horse is actually 14.9 horsepower. So you don't need 1,000 horses to get 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What about to get about 700 horsepower? One of these things have got about 700 horsepower, Tyler. Is that the picture on the screen?
Yeah, we're going back, actually. These are a bit older than the current gen.
Yeah, what are Gen 4 cars now? Is it Gen 4?
Gen 4, I think, or Gen 3.
I
don't remember.
I don't know. There's a new
I
generation.
think it's Gen 3.
Yep.
But yes, this is going back because there is a new movie coming out. A Ford versus Holden movie. It's currently in production. It's going to be a documentary detailing the rivalry both on track and on the road. It's tipped to be released mid-April this year.
Right.
It's a feature-length documentary detailing Australia's biggest and longest automotive rivalry, with the final production set to hit theatres in April this year. The film is being made out of Wild Bear Entertainment's Brisbane office on behalf of cinema giant Universal Studio Group. Wild Bear are the same group that were responsible for the critically acclaimed Brock over-the-top documentary that was released in 2020.
Yeah, that was all right.
Much like the Peter Brock film, it is said that the Ford versus Holden flick will use archive footage and interviews with the motorsport and industry legends to tell a historic story, as opposed to a dramatisation like 2019's Ford versus Ferrari. The documentary will be narrated by a former Top Gear Australia host and Australian actor Shane Jacobson, so your twin, and we'll dive into the manufacturer's rivalry on the racetrack.
Now that I've grown my beard out.
Yeah. On the racetrack, on the road, and in the showrooms.
My hair's gone a bit wild these days.
Yeah. The talented documentary producers from Wild Bear Entertainment have been hard at work in their Wollongabba studio, blending fresh interviews with archive footage to bring the story of Ford versus Holden to cinemas in mid-April 2022, said Queensland Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk. Wild Bear is so excited to continue working with Screen Queensland and Universal Pictures Content Group to tell the story of the rivalry between these two powerhouse brands and the impact they have had on Australian culture. The Holden and Ford rivalry stretches back as far as 1950s in Australia, with the 1960s really seeing the battle spice up, particularly on the racetrack. Holden's Monaro and Tirana duked it out with multiple generations of the Ford Falcon at Bathurst throughout the 60s and 70s, while the Kingswood did much of Holden's grunt work in the sales charts. The 1980s saw the Kingswood begrudgingly replaced by the Commodore, which would go toe-to-toe with the Falcon until the mid-2000s as Australia's best-selling car, and continue the rivalry on track in the ATCC, known now as the supercars. The local car industry struggled in the wake of the global financial crisis from 2007 to 2009, with slowing sales and changing market trends slowly pushing the Commodore and Falcon down the charts.
We didn't have many Kingswoods racing. We had the HTKGs, but then went to the Tiranas. There was no... Well, it's HQ racing now, but there was no HQs racing in the supercars.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In 2016, Ford closed both its Geelong and Broadmeadows factories and retired the Falcon. Holden followed shortly after, building the last locally made Commodore in late 2017 before pulling out of the market entirely at the end of 2020. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with the documentary. It definitely could be awesome. Luke Bradford says Gen 3.
Thanks. Yeah, so I was a bit off there. I was one ahead of myself.
Matty Crick says stay in the right lane, Dave. Roy says blowing up Turbo 400 doing dumps, never blew up a Power Glide doing $5,000 dumps.
Yeah, strong box, but we'll be right with the Turbo 400 in the HJs.
Yeah,
not that much.
Tay says came in at the right time. G'day, Tay. How you going?
What about a three-legged horse?
Scotty S says, for $15 a month, you could help Tyler get a Turbo 400 and be competitive. Glide all the way. I only need 2 gears to win.
Yeah, less changes. He's been quicker, isn't it? So,
well, see, the thing is, you'll have more acceleration because of the extra gears. You can have more acceleration.
Shane says that was a good shot. I think he's talking about the Brock one.
But as I go higher horsepower, I'll be able to add more power in.
Yeah, that's true.
I was talking to Motorfab about this, and he said when he had bump in with the Turbo 400 in it originally, he said it used to be a scary car to drive, and with the Turbo 400, said on the gear changes it was just kicking out.
Yeah, right.
Said because it was just too much power. He had to take all the power out of it on the gear changes and stuff. But then when he went to the Glide, he said he added all the power back in, and he had all the power that he could use in that motor.
Okay.
So when he went to the Glide.
Yes, it's Kenny. Yes, my brothers did call me Kenny for a period of time back in the day.
Huggy says, looking to come up Queensland in the second half of the year. What races are on to suit first timers? Bought a 1.5k barrow and are starting to buy some parts. Trying to keep it under 10k. We'll just keep an eye out on our Facebook page. There's definitely something that's for beginners coming up.
Yeah, give us a shout when you're getting closer, but I guarantee there will be there'll be stuff there. Road Trip is a good one. It's very easy going, so plenty of beginners go there. Plenty of young people and stuff as well that have like even like P-platers and stuff, right? Like,
yeah. Dingus says, not the Kingswood. I just glide wrap the aerial. Yes is how much for the banner behind?
Oh, I think you can get. What's the place? House of Muscle is where that's from. House of Muscle, and I think it's around $80-$90.
Jason Tompkins says, wish I still had my VK. Roy says, I just polished the toe ball. G'day, Dad's Garage. How you going?
No, mate. Asking for you before. We did a shout out, mate. We've got to get you to 1,000.
Getting close.
We're any closer. Did anyone go across from before, Tyler? Did we get anyone extra? Have a check. Has anyone gone over and subscribed? Or have we kept them too entertained here? Oh, that's
Sister Bluebird, member for 7 months. It's a great show, homies. Everyone smash the like and go get you one of Sally's fantastic new OTL drag racing shirts. So awesome. Much love to you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Still says 971 for me.
So no extra from our shout out before saying go over. We haven't helped at all, Mal. Sorry. We tried. Everyone here's probably already following. We tried. If you're not, you've got to get over there. Remember, that's your homework for the night. Get over and subscribe to Dad's Garage. Mad Dad's Garage. Wrong one.
I'll be putting a Glide in the Skyline just because of what my eventual goal is.
Where it's heading to.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that I'll probably sacrifice a lot of horsepower, especially at low power levels. But for where it's going, it's the perfect gearbox for what I want to do.
Already a lot of followers there. Yeah. Thought you guys would be already onto it. Hope you'll go and subscribe after. Thanks, mate. Yeah, help him out.
All right.
Good guy. I'll take you along to a lot of other car shows as well and see what's around. I hope it's not shit contact, Dad. It's very similar to ours. So if it is, we're in trouble. We're in it together. There's one. Johnny, why aren't you? I thought you'd be over there for sure, Johnny. Is now.
All right.
Anyway,
this is the next story.
Oh, this is not part of it. I thought we were still on the same story.
This isn't part of it.
Oh, okay.
No, this is another story.
Hang on, let me prepare for this next story. Then.
Okay. Well, we're talking about this car. Are you in the market for a new Holden? Do you want one?
I could be.
Because
is it
the HRT
30 grand?
Golden Child goes up for sale at $2.8 million.
Now not in the market.
The XP is looking very good.
Yeah.
Chris Young does post some RC stuff. So if that tickles your fancy, jump over there.
Oh yeah, the XP's the latest video. Sorry, I was looking. What are you talking about?
The Golden Child to
XP.
any Team Red supporter, and you just got to say that to them, and they'll know what you're talking about. Golden Child.
Yeah, you're talking about the number 45 Holden Racing Team chassis.
Yep, it's up for sale. Having started life at the beginning of 2001
Mark Scafie
as a Holden VX Commodore, this chassis went on to win 20 supercar races at the hands of Mark Scaife across the next 3 years. Built by the then Tom Walkinshaw-owned outfit in the Melbourne suburb of Clayton, the VX entered service for the 2001 season off the back of Scaife's 2000 title win in a VT, going on to take 4 rounds that year en route to the title, including a Bathurst 1000 victory with Scaife and Tony Longhurst. The car remained in the HRT stable for 2002 with Scaife behind the wheel. It carried him to his 5th Australian Touring Car Championship, as well as yet another Bathurst 1000 win with Jim Richards, one of only 2 chassis to win the Great Race twice.
Okay.
Following the move to Supercars Project Blueprint regulations for 2003 and Holden's incoming VY Commodore hitting showrooms, the car, HRT dubbed Golden Child, was one of the few to receive the comprehensive update, starting the season with a bang by winning the Clipsal 500. After a new chassis came into play just a few rounds later, Golden Child was relegated to spare chassis status, only coming back onto the track in 2004 after Jason Plato bent the team's second car at that year's Bathurst 1000, with Scaife taking the pole around the streets of Surfers Paradise. Although it has been restored in its 2003 VY livery and body, this car is still the one that helped Scaife take 20 of his 90 ATCC race wins and close out the final 2 championship winning years for HRT. There's an added bonus for prospective buyers too. Under the bonnet is HRT Engine 25, the 18-degree Chevrolet V8, which propelled Greg Murphy to his Lap of the Gods Bathurst shootout pole in 2003.
Okay.
The price of this piece of Australian motorsport history is in excess of $2.8 million, or roughly 3 times as much as Murph's 03 Bathurst winner, which went up for sale in 2018.
All that, it won't be driven anywhere, I would imagine.
Yep. According to the listing on My 105, the car will be sold with extensive documentation, original chassis 45 artworks, race suits, and winning laurels.
Okay. Johnny said I might need to talk to Soldy at FMR. I'll just talk to FMR Dave. But definitely still well out of any price range for me. 2.8. And then for a car that's not going to get driven. Yeah.
MCM, how you going? Mad Cow Mark, g'day.
G'day, Mark.
Jason just subbed, awesome. UFO and Johnny Skid Pig, both other channels as well. I think UFO's doing a Skyline. We're going to have UFO on as a guest soon.
Yes.
To have a chat about the build that they got going
32?
on there.
32?
Yes.
32, isn't
with
it?
With a Barra.
With a Barra.
Yep. And that like 1,000 horsepower build, I think, and they're going to bring it over here.
That'd be cool.
They're overseas. They're going to bring it over to Australia.
Yep.
To race it.
We'll happily host you around and help out in any way we can.
Yep.
Get you to some events.
Reaper Lux says the car is what it is, but who sets these prices? If I had 2.8 million, wouldn't be on that.
Nah, it's just
No, definitely not.
I guess it's just...
It's really just a piece of art that you would have.
Yeah. If someone decides to buy it for 2.8 million because they believe it's going to go up in price and they're going to make money on it, they're not going to buy it because... Well, maybe they're a fan, but they'd
have to be
also
a collector.
going to be about, being a collector and... How's Kevo the Sicko going? We haven't been up there for a bit, so...
Not sure.
Not since... you weren't up there. I haven't been up there since Christmas, so... And we'll have to just wait and see. They'll what they bring us over on the factory. I'm sure they'll show us.
Tay says, love to see the 32 Barra.
Yeah. Yeah, check it out. Go and check out UFO's channel and have a look over there.
Certainly do, Dingus. There's a lot of awesome content creators in our community. Chris Young says 2.8 mil. I would buy a boat and sail to Oz.
Yeah, I think we are very lucky that there is a lot of good YouTubers and a good community and stuff, and I think we need to build on it. And I think it's certainly built since when we started a few years ago, Tyler, hasn't it? Like,
it has.
Like, people have become more involved.
We've got awesome people like It's Simple dropping us $100.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. But
they're the sort of people who keep all of us content creators going.
That's true.
And everyone who tunes in on a Thursday night and watches the videos on a Tuesday for us and leaves comments and likes and shares and
all these comments,
and
people commenting,
just views it. It's awesome to see the views going up.
Yep. I think different channels
working together. To see those
together.
people who smash the like button before they even watch the video.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I've posted it, someone's already cracked on the like button.
But I think also the channels and hanging out and doing stuff and working together and you see that in the States you do PFI Speed and Cletus and you could list them off, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely do see that. So obviously Skid Factory was sort of born out of Al did stuff on Mighty Car Mods and that, so he came born from that, but so they were always going to have some sort of
Also
affiliation.
the members, yep, 100% James.
So yeah, the members drive
So many
this.
people nearly members for a year now.
That's massive, man. That's massive.
We appreciate the support a lot.
Yeah,
Reaper Lux
blows
says,
us
love
away.
that Kevo the Sicko won me a toolbox on that horse. Cheers, Jason.
He always hits like before watching the vid straight in because you forget otherwise.
And as well.
Anyway, back into the stories, mate. Where are we? What have you got here going on here?
Police cars.
Skodas?
Yep. The Skoda Superb, chosen
Really?
as Australia's latest highway patrol vehicle. Drivers in one Australian state need to be on the lookout as a new pursuit vehicle heads out on patrol with lawbreakers firmly in its sights. Aussies will need to keep an eye out for the Skoda Superb wagon. As it heads out on patrol, the Czech brand's large car has been chosen as the new pursuit vehicle for the Western Australian Police. WA Police have ordered 55 Superb wagons with the potential for another 10 more to serve as its highway patrol car. Skoda Australia says the Superbs are largely unaltered from the civilian version, with the only difference being the removal of the subwoofer to accommodate a police spec dual battery. Skoda Australia boss Michael Irma says it's a great honour to be selected as the vehicle of choice for WA's highway patrol. Skoda could hope for no more resounding endorsement of our Superb than its selection by Waypol. All Superb wagons destined for police duties are the range-topping sports line grade, which costs $69,990 drive away when sold to the public. Power comes from a 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine that makes a handy 206 kilowatts and 350 newton meters of torque. This is paired to a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission that powers all 4 wheels. Sets the Superb up to hit 100 kilometres in 6.1 seconds. On the way to a top speed of 250 k's an hour. Jurisdictions around the nation have been finding alternatives for their highway patrol cars since Holden and Ford ended production of their Commodore and Falcon, which filled those roles for decades. Corn-fed Boost, Boost Gum, Stringabunga Racing, yep, Nugget Garage, Jake and Friends as well.
Yeah, they're all like they support us, not just in YouTube as well, but Right Lane, Print and Media.
Yep, they do.
So you go buy shirts from Skid Factory. It's going to come out of here. So
John Lee says
out of Nugget Garage, out of Corn-fed Boost.
Yep.
All these guys all look after us as well.
John Lee
and
says
support us.
my 105 has a 3-speed Lenco and reverser for you, Tyler.
Ah, there you go.
Huggy says been in an older turbo Skoda, very underrated.
What have they got in a because this was a wagon, right? You said it was a wagon?
Yep.
They don't have, I guess, a lot of choices in the wagons now, do they?
No, not really. Not a huge amount.
Like nothing pops to mind.
Not without going big price. Scotty S says my diesel is quicker than that. In New South Wales, the Highway Patrol uses the BMW 530D and the Chrysler 300 SRT for highway patrol duties, which we've mentioned. G'day, Don. How you going?
G'day.
Of which the BMWs retail for more than $130,000.
And I think the SRT's it's done. That's finished, right?
I think so.
We
yes.
did a story on that
a
little while back.
Yeah, because Wall Chrysler's gone.
Yeah. So it's done. So.
Yeah. Victorian Police also use the BMW 5 Series for their highway patrol duties. Queensland Police selected the much cheaper Kia Stinger to replace its Commodore and Falcon highway patrol. The twin-turbo V6 sedans cost up to $70,000 when drive away when sold to the public. The Skoda is all-wheel drive, that one?
All-wheel, Shane. All-wheel.
Dad says I'll get a T-shirt printed one day by Right Lane Media. One day.
We'll look after you, mate. Good thing with us is there's no minimums.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone wants a T-shirt, look us up. There was a bloke was in here today, dropped off that big crate, and we're talking about it. And he's like, "Oh, my boss looks like the guy from Shaun the Sheep, and I want to print him a shirt." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I can do that. $25, we'll print you a shirt with him." Like, and that's a good quality AS colour shirt for $25, one off.
Yep.
For front print of what he wanted on there, and his boss's name and the picture of the guy from Shaun the Sheep. And he was like, "Wow, really?" Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, sidetracking me. Me sidetracking me.
UFO says thanks to everybody for the support. You definitely showed us how warm-hearted Australia peoples are. James says warm-hearted, cold beers.
We're a pack of good. Oh, I better not say that word. Oh, you just got that look. You knew what I was going to say, did you?
Not
good
no,
seas. We're a pack of good seas.
I watched someone on TikTok the other day who said, like they were jealous of Australian people because we can say that word, whereas when they say that over there, they get in trouble. He's like, "I'm coming to Australia."
Oh.
It's just part of the language.
We can be a good one or you can be a shit one.
Yeah. It's part of the language over here, but it will get you demonetized on YouTube if you say it.
Yes.
Dad's wants a Shaun the Sheep shirt now.
DTG, Matty. We do DTG, hence why we can do one-offs.
Dingus says fast times in OTL lane. No shirt, no shoes, no dice.
Well,
no mullets after 10 p.m.
Mullets after 10:30. It was. That's right. It's not often I've got shoes on, except for when I'm at an event.
All right, on to the last story of the night.
Oh, are we?
Yep.
Hiccup. That must be a good story.
Electric.
Is that it?
Do you want an electric car that can drive from Melbourne to Sydney on a single charge?
Well, that's a trick question. Do I want one? No. If I was to have an electric car, do I want one that would do that? Yes.
Yeah. Well, the Mercedes-Benz Vision Eqxx concept could be the car that solves range anxiety. Range anxiety remains an obstacle for some people who want to buy an electric vehicle but don't want to get stuck on the side of the road after running out of juice. Mercedes-Benz reckons it has the answer to this issue with its swoopy, retro-futuristic Vision Eqxx concept that the company uncovered this week. While the Eqxx itself is just a concept and unlikely to make it to production, the high-tech, super-efficient powertrain, elements of the exterior and interior design, and other vehicle engineering tech will make their way to Mercedes electric models in the not-too-distant future.
Well, why would that not make it to production?
Because it's just a concept car. So this car specifically might not make it to production, but the technology will.
Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking, why would they not want to do this? This was a good idea.
In fact, Daimler chairman Ola Kalenius says that the Vision Eqxx is how we imagine the future of electric cars. It's been reported that the drive system will go into production model in 2024. The biggest news is the Eqxx's efficient powertrain that Benz says enables energy consumption of just 10 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. Included is a compact battery that offers 100 kilowatt hours of energy, despite the fact it has 50% less volume and is 30% lighter than the pack found in the Mercedes EQS sedan. The powertrain was developed with input from Mercedes Formula 1 and Formula E engineers in a bid to squeeze as much energy as possible. The battery pack holds more energy than an EQS, but the Vision Eqxx has compact dimensions, including a 2,800mm wheelbase, less than that of the Tesla Model 3.
I don't like the back of that at all.
I don't have a picture of the back of it, unfortunately. It has a 150
terrible.
kilowatt electric motor mounted
It's
at
on
carsguide.com.au.
If you want to see it.
It has a 150
terrible.
kilowatt electric motor mounted at the rear of the vehicle, and drive is through the rear wheels only. So it is a low-powered electric vehicle in comparison to what we normally talk about. All of this means that the Eqxx has a driving range of more than 1,000 kilometres, and that's enough to drive from Sydney to Melbourne or Sydney to Brisbane or Paris to Berlin.
Okay. It's not helping James, who just cracked me up when I read that. He says he needs one that will make it from Victoria to Queensland, not stopping in New South Wales at any cost.
Yep. Welcome back, Carnage.
G'day.
Scotty S says it looks like a Tesla bred with an Audi TT.
It didn't look too bad from the front.
Yeah.
The back looks terrible. Actually, the interior is not good either, Tyler.
No. It really isn't.
That's like sex spec.
Yeah. I mean, like, the technology is sort of really the only interesting part of that.
Yeah.
The fact that you can go from, Brisbane to Sydney, or, like, it would be handy if we wanted to do that trip in an electric car.
I'm finding that extremely...
Because I think I think that's the pain, is like, the last thing you want to do is you've got to go on an 8 or 10 hour drive, and then you've got to stop for 6 hours to charge. So you basically got to stop overnight somewhere.
$9.80 for Dad's garage. We've got to get him 20 more, guys. Hit your mates up. Tell a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Share it on your whatever, your socials. I think that's I'm no Mercedes
Shane
fan,
Sermon
but
says, I'm conceptualizing a car that revs to 18 grand and goes forever on thin air. I'm set to unveil it shortly.
That's a good concept car.
Is that like
it's
a
unlikely
2,000 kilowatt electric one?
It's unlikely to ever go to go to production, but it seems like a very good concept.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. What events have we got on coming up for the weekend, Tyler?
Well,
Where can we go? What can we shoot a video of this weekend? What do people want to see? We'll talk about what's
Spring Nats,
on. That might be
the Shepparton Showgrounds.
a little bit far away
down
from
there.
us. We probably can't do that one. We need to do one in
Okay.
Queensland. this weekend.
Okay, well, that one's down there for those of you that are near Shepparton, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. all weekend.
Little country drive for you there,
Spring Nats.
James.
Yep. Cars and Coffee at Cafe L. I think this one's usually a pretty big one. I think Mal gets out to this one quite often.
Yep.
7:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. at Cafe L in Brisbane on Saturday. Bad Ideas, Summer 22, Pine Rivers Show, 5 p.m. till 10 p.m.
Don't know what the lighting will
First
be like.
meet of 2022, the Pine Rivers Showgrounds.
For filming, but it looks pretty big, Tyler, this one.
It does.
There's
It certainly
a
does
dyno
look
and that
massive.
up there. Yeah, definitely look large.
There is definitely more events. Let me go to where you sent me. There isn't that many on our events page.
Do you think we might have broken the links?
Maybe.
There hasn't been many on the events page for a while. You've been blaming me, and I've just been accepting that. Maybe there's a possible issue. I seem to have a lot of messages there, Tyler.
Yep.
Don't people know where I am now at this time of night on a Thursday? We've got actually a list of other ones that Dad's Garage sent through for us as well.
All right, so Friday, 4:30 p.m. weekly American Diner Co-Car meet, Wardell Street inaugural at 4:30.
Yep.
5 p.m. is the cruise in to the Emporium Rock and Roll Milk Bar at Old Petrie Town, Whiteside. 5:30 p.m. Munchies, Elizabeth Street, Acacia Ridge. We haven't mentioned that one for a little while. That one's still been going on. 7 p.m. Downshift, the Gold Coast Night Shift, Carrara Markets. Saturday, 22nd of Jan. 7 a.m. Donut Derelicts, Old Petrie Town, Whiteside. Cars and Coffee at Cafe L, as I mentioned, 7:30 a.m.
Yep.
8 a.m.'s the open day, Early Times Autos and Borderline Wheels, 1/38 Eastern Service Road, Stapleton. 8 a.m. the Brotherhood of United Bikers, first ride of 2022, Jim Boomer's Shell to Kalani Pub. 8 a.m. She's in Control, Morning Skid Pan, women only, Mount Cotton Driver Training Centre. 3 p.m. the Racer Test Day at Willowbank Raceway. 4:15 is Rod Zink Fish and Chips by the Water, Wynnum Esplanade, meet at the Club Rooms, Birchill Street, Loganholme. 5 p.m. Bad Ideas Summer 22, Pine Rivers Showground, Gympie Road, Thornton. Nearly said Gympie for some reason. 6 p.m. is the V8 Dirt Modified Australian Championship at the Archerfield Speedway, Colbard Street, West Archerfield.
I do want to get out the Speedway. I haven't been to the Speedway for a long
That
time.
would be really
I
cool
wanna
if
go
we
to
could
the
get
sprint
like
cars.
behind the scenes access.
We
Something
can
like
if we
that.
go up to Bundaberg.
Mm.
We
I'm
know-
sure we probably could if we contacted them.
Yeah, we know Bundy will have us.
6 p.m. Reverence Car Meet, Station Street Car Park, Milne Street in Toowoomba.
That's another one I sort of wouldn't mind checking out.
Yep.
Bit of a drive.
Yeah, I think that's the one to plan in advance, so that we're not driving back at like
Yeah, we can
9 at
plan.
night for a 3 hour.
We can plan in advance. I'll talk to you about it like at 2 p.m. That's gives us plenty of time.
7 p.m. Flawless Society 7.0 meet at Homeco Upper Coomera. That's pretty close to home. Go to that one.
Yeah, that's all right. That one's all right for you. We could do the bike ride from Jim Beamer too.
Yeah, I actually did think about that. That would be pretty cool because we don't do a lot of bike content on the channel.
No, but we don't have bikes. So
We can just follow along.
I've sold my bike.
We could go on a push bike.
Borrow a bike. Leave it alone.
Sunday, 23rd of Jan, 5:45 a.m. Downshift Circuit and Coffee at Queensland Raceway. 7 a.m.'s Devlin Quarter Classic Car Meet at Devlin Street in Mansfield. 7 a.m. is the weekend sprints and general practice at Queensland Raceway Ipswich. And 9 a.m. is Cars and Coffee Brisbane at Dunhill Corner. Is that? Crescent? Morningside. There you go. And also because Australia Day is this week. Wednesday,
Oh,
26th of Jan,
holiday.
6 a.m. Bayside Vehicles Restorers Club Open Day at Dundas Street, East Wellington Point. 8 a.m. is the Redbacks and Pineapples for Jono Rebel FM charity ride, Mike's Diner, Bailey Crescent, Southport. 10 a.m. for the Roadrunners Car Club Show and Shine, Apollonian Hotel on Boreen at Point Noosa. And 10:30 a.m. is the Australian Street Rod Federation Memorial Run to Willowbank Raceway. Meet at Wineglass Water Tower, Hillcrest. Dads says, I may be able to get you behind the scenes at Speedway. Barry Waldron, who owns a team, is a relative. I hope I can anyway.
You been to the Speedway, Tyler?
Yes.
Yeah,
We haven't been for a while. I think the last time we went, one of the sprint cars went up over the fence.
Yep. You would have been quite young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, would have been back in the day at Charlton Speedway.
Yep.
Go back
Brennan
up to
Wheatley
the comments. We missed a few.
Says, I'm going to have to love you and leave you lads,
There,
as the
mate.
missus has had a few glasses of free Lexia. I look forward to all of your future content. Cheers, guys. Thanks,
Thank you,
Brennan.
mate.
Jason Tompkins says, hell yeah, Dave.
Good
Come up
night.
to Bundy.
Yes. My old man's up there, so
Huggy says, planning some burnouts at my dad's old place to piss the druggies off next door. Feel free to come film it. Dad says Cafe L will be huge with Webby and a large group doing a cruise this Saturday. Get over to Cafe L. It's Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Lots of chrome there this weekend, plus JDM. There you go. Maybe it is worth heading out to that one.
yeah, I mentioned Webby's.
Yeah, well, they're
cruise
heading
to
to
you as
Cafe
well.
L.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Johnny Skidpig says, come up to Toowoomba for the car meet on Saturday, Arvo. You can go if you want.
If you don't want to do that drive.
Not really.
Aren't we about cars and driving? You just don't. You don't like driving your car.
I don't mind driving it.
Just
don't like spending money on fuel. It's
running around the
expensive.
block.
Fuel's expensive. UFO
Do the
says to
members
check
of
our
Help Pay
Insta.
Your
Checking
Fuel.
it now.
The members have helped pay your fuel to be able to go to that.
There you go. Just got that from the body shop.
A bit of work to go.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for some paint yet? I can't quite see from there.
I think so. I think it's about ready for some paint now. Johnny
Yes.
said the Kings Royale is coming up. I believe it's a 3-day event.
I like going
Speedway
for
street stocks.
the sprint cars. Got to go out for sprint cars at Speedway. We haven't seen Top Fuel for a long time at drags. That's the things I never like to miss.
Yep. And now you're going to miss it.
Yep, unfortunately. We're actually a bit early on time, Tyler. We've breezed through the stories.
We did.
We're cracking through. We're way early. So we're we're probably not far off finishing unless there's a heap of questions and comments that come into the chat to keep us going. But we've run out of our content for tonight for our 10 minutes of searching we did on the news story. See you, Darren. We'll work calls, mate. No worries. And Jason mentioned Bundy. Darren,
Dad says maybe
Rocky.
Maybe FM Dave using his beard straightener or do a hoarder's video at Brad's place. UFO says primed first, then the monkey bar roll cage.
There you go. We'll wait and
So-
see. We'll be checking that out. Where was I going with my story? I don't know. Oh yeah, Darren Davidson up there at Rocky Bar, Jason up at Bundy. We got a trip. We're heading. We do have a trip heading up to Mackay.
Yeah.
This, in the first half of the year as well. So
Well, and Rocky, we're going up to Rocky as well.
Well, they Rocky, yeah, we got Rocky at Easter.
We'll be at Rocky Nuts.
Yep, and then Mackay up
Dingus
to Palmyra.
says people used to run water in
Palmyra.
the tyres for Speedway. Luke Bradford says, I'll message you guys. I can help with getting you sorted at Speedway.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
that'd be awesome.
yeah.
Send us a message on Facebook or Insta or an email or whatever works for you.
It's
Any-
true,
any-
Scott. It's true. I was a little bit off my game today. I was a little bit.
You weren't under the beers early.
Nah, I was a little crook, and we were we had the laminator, bloody machine to get in the door that turned up, a 200 kilo machine that Tyler and I had to move in through the door and set up. We had to do that this afternoon between 5 and 7.
Isaac Bartsman, funny Queensland comedian. It's Adam Geary.
Check that out.
Everyone Dad's
prefers
Garage
Drunk
says
Dave.
prefer Drunken Dave. Sturgeon, enjoy the evening, guys. I need to go. Thanks for the amazing content. Keep it up. Cheers.
Thank you.
James says episode 99. MGB Chuck, see you later. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for Drunk Dave. All sorts of stuff can happen. They usually get there the day after the show. They were sent. When were they sent last week?
I got a lot of good information after going to have a chat to him the other day, Shane, about the Glide and Turbo 400 and just cars in general.
Yep.
MCM says, I will say thanks for the T-shirts now. They usually get here the day after the show.
Shouldn't be far away, mate. Should not be far away. I saw an order come through earlier as well. So thanks for that, guys. And if you do want any merch, just jump over onto the website, overtakinglane.com.au. Grab yourself
Cheers,
a shirt.
UFO.
Check out what we got on there.
Ads as well.
We've got a heap of different stuff on there. If you have an idea of something that you'd like to see on a shirt, then
Just let us know.
let us know. We might make it happen.
Yep.
We have a print shop. We can make things happen. So,
Yep. You too, UFO. Thanks for dropping in.
we are not. Thanks, mate. We are not concerned, even if we only sell one or none. We can do up a design, and if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. We'll only print it. We print them on demand. So, we print that stuff as the orders come in.
Yep. Dad says hopefully Dad's garage actually gets a real garage soon. Watch this space. Exciting news coming.
That will be big. I should drop a comment in there as well and just say give me a follow over on there. Oh, I've got the Clive Palmer ads.
Get 1 million of those a day.
All right, for if anyone is
Johnny says, how's the Johnny's Kid Pig shirts going, guys? I think we've sold 6,
total somewhere around now. I have to do the check on the site.
Yep.
Have a look. So, got to talk to you about getting some coin up to you though, Johnny. Send
Cheers,
us a
Huggy.
message and we'll organise
Cheers,
to
Matt,
send you some
Mark
money.
as well. RC Overtaking Lane. We have been talking about doing the RC drags a little while.
Yeah, we've got to do
Trev
that.
says, where are you guys next? Running low on binder wax.
Our next store will be at Road Trip or
Yep.
Fridays. Fridays, April 1. That'll be our next trackside store. We'll be at Fridays.
Just let us know, anyways.
May
if you're
we'll
heading
have
out
something
somewhere where we might be headed, we'll have a chat and maybe we'll head to that Cafe L or something on the weekend.
Yep.
Sounds like a pretty big one.
So
Jason says, miss the good old days back in the early 90s, chucking laps in Ruthven Street in Toowoomba.
yeah, grew up on that. I grew up on that, Jace. Definitely.
You might have been lapping together. You
Could
never
have
know.
been. So, yeah, all those years ago. Anyway, I don't have much else. I think that's it. Trying to pick the right song.
Just going to pick a different song.
Something
I
different.
only
Oh.
picked the top two, and this time I picked 3 down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Mark
Yeah,
just
give us a
keeps
follow.
saying things to keep us going.
thanks.
Shane says, I'll get a bludger shirt. Just need a good pic of it on jack stands.
Yes. Do it. We'll make it happen. We can find that one of you broken down halfway down the track. So,
No worries, Trev. I'll let you know.
all right. We'll let you guys go. It's time
See
to
you,
just
John.
chill back. See what else is on. Probably a bit of Street Outlaws on TV.
Probably.
Flick through the channels. Have
Bit
a
of
look.
Cletus. Go and watch Cletus or something. Or watch Dad's Garage latest video. There you go.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check out. Go
It's
and
not
watch
really.
his latest video.
There's no
and-
actual print content on my channel yet. There's
Go on.
other than a couple of shorts.
Yeah.
But
But go and watch Dad's Garage latest video and give him a follow if you didn't already, guys.
jump on the Insta for Right Lane, Britain Media. Always there's something on there every day. I try and release some content every day of something we've printed.
There you go.
So there's a print of the day.
Check it out, guys. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everyone. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks for listening as well on the podcast. I don't know why I put my hand up because they can't see me do that. But thanks for listening on the podcast. I gave you a thumbs up.
All right. Cheers. Stay in the right lane.
Traveling through wasted time. Think of how I will rewrite every single song.